Australia, trained by Bilal Niazi. Bilal Niazi!
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the Aussie MMA Mates show, where we are here interviewing local fighters that are on their way to becoming world champions. I'm Jaden, next to me is Brighton, on the decks we have Luke, and today we are blessed with Bilal Nitro Niazi with us. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I feel good.
Feel good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exciting. So we're roughly 2 weeks out from your fight?
Yeah, so. A little bit less now.
A little bit less?
Yeah.
Exciting. I can't wait, bro.
Looking
I got reserved seat tickets for this one. I need to be closer than usual. This is going to be a fun one.
That'll be a good one, yeah.
So let's look into how we got here. So what actually got you into combat sports to begin with?
To be honest, I was very athletic growing up. I loved just training, playing sports. I guess when I was younger, I got into a few altercations. I realized I was not bad at it. And then it was also the feeling of nothing brought me that excitement, that adrenaline that fighting did. So it kind of slowly got me into it. And then as I got a little bit older, I used to watch some fights. And then I just got sucked into it. And then from there, yeah, I'm here.
Hell yeah. What kind of other sports did you play as a kid, though? Like, that helped you go?
For me, it was a lot of swimming. Growing up, a lot of swimming. Played footy a lot, soccer, mainly swimming and footy.
God, I'd hate to be tackled by you. You would have decked people for fun. Like,
to be honest, I was a smaller guy. So.
It doesn't stop you, bro.
I was.
I was going to say, we're putting you against heavyweights, and I think you'd be just fine, man.
You,
I love it. I love it. So, when you started, did you try like multiple martial arts, or was just striking, or what was kind of your start and leading to where you are today?
I always knew that I liked to punch on hands, but I started with wrestling. I realized I was very good at it. Stuck with it for a few years. I still love it to this day, but obviously I'm a kickboxer, so I don't spend much time training wrestling. But I started with wrestling, did a little bit of MMA. It was not bad, and then I met my coach. And I just fell in love with kickboxing. Yeah, so went down to kickboxing right after I met my coach. Is
there any chance of MMA in the future, seeing how you have kind of like a bit of a grappling background, or?
Well, I'll put it this way. I'm pretty sure it was last year we were offered a MMA match.
No way.
What? And we took it. Yeah, we took it. Yeah, I had an MMA fight, amateur MMA fight. We took it.
Yeah.
And then... I'm not going to say who, but then the guy's coach complained that he thought I was just a boxer, and then he saw the jiu-jitsu experience in the past, and then they pulled out of the fight. But yeah, I mean, if we don't have anything else coming up, I'll take any kind of fight. I just like to fight. Yeah.
That's nuts. Because I remember coaching you in your was it that one jiu-jitsu comp? Is that your one and done at the moment?
Nah, I've done 3.
Done 3?
Yeah,
I remember that one where you versed Muhammad, and we had.
It was not bad.
It was good, bro.
It was a draw. It was 6-6, and then I got lost the decision.
Yeah, but
that was not bad.
That was a good fight.
Yeah,
I would love for you to be back in grappling. Selfishly, I'm like, come on. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. How would you best describe your fight style? And is this your fight style? Is it someone inspired you this way, or did you ever watch someone growing up? You're like, I want to fight like that, or explain your style and then kind of how you got there.
I watched somebody growing up. Honestly, my fight style was just very high volume, high pace. I don't want to disrespect this person by saying, but Masato, 100%. Like when I watch him fight, that's who I want to fight like.
Damn.
Hopefully someday it's like that, but that is one of the most beautiful styles that I've ever seen.
Okay.
Just high volume, high pressure, power shots, beautiful combinations. The low kicks are beautiful. That's who I want to fight like.
Yeah.
Who I have in my head.
Yeah.
But I guess who else I'll look at to watch for who else I'll study will be old school Masato, new school will be like Tenshin, Nadaka, Inoue,
Yep.
those guys.
Damn. I was gonna say it's kind of crazy too because you do. Okay, again, respecting one of the greatest of all time, but you do remind me of him, bro. Like something goes pear shaped, you're like, I don't care, bro. Like we'll deal with that after. Let's keep going. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like when he had that tournament and he like, didn't he break? What did he break?
He tore what's it called? He tore his No, he snapped his shin.
Yeah.
He snapped his shin. Yeah.
And then he like fought on and
yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, nutcase.
Broke his shin, and then next fight went on. Still injured, and then he just went like that. Yeah, that was the K1 Max.
Yeah, dude, I can imagine you doing that. I can imagine you in that, and it's literally like your eyes hanging out the eyeball. You're like, just tape it, bro.
I broke my foot in the first round of the fight against embodiment.
Did you?
I broke my foot in the first 30 seconds. I told Dion, we went in the corner, I said, I broke my foot. We'll worry about it later. I swear. Simple as that. And my foot was like a balloon for like 4 weeks. 4 weeks was a balloon. Like a legitimate balloon sized like foot. But yeah, we kept fighting.
How do you get into like a mindset? Like how... Is that something you're born with, do you think? Is that something you can have kind of trained into if you're in like a strict regime of like...
So my coach, Dion, he believes everyone has a certain amount of warrior genes in them. Obviously, you can work on that. Anybody can build them up to be tough. It's like, it's like your tolerance to anything can go up. The more say you got really bad low kick conditioning, the first day it's going to hurt when you get into conditioning, and then week after week will get better, so your tolerance like goes up. So if you're keeping a strong mindset and you just keep thinking like that, over time you will like get mentally stronger. But I guess you're born with a bit of it, but you can definitely build up on it 100%.
Yeah, because I don't know, all I remember is I wasn't here like your first day, but I remember like I saw your build up from like, because I'm pretty sure
you were still here when I was new.
Yeah, no, when you were new, but not fresh. Because I'm pretty sure the first fight night I went to was your debut. Was it? It would be close because TJ fought.
Yeah, I think
Maybe might have been that one or one after. So I've seen you go from like, I think it was TJ had already had a few, but I remember because I went. It was hard for me because I was like just started dating Sammy. But yeah,
my debut was 2022 November.
Yeah, that would have been the first
Dragon,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I went to the pavilion first.
When we had that one, March. That was my kickboxing debut.
Yeah, where we had the whole side of the pavilion like just for XFC. Nah, maybe you were the one before. Maybe your pro debut I went and watched as well. Your amateur debut. But yeah, because I remember like first day walking in, like there were the top dogs in the gym, and you were like working your way there, and I've just seen like this incremental like, whether it be technically or whether it be like just that Masato gene, bro. Like you've just walked your way through everyone to like climb that. A little stupidly quick though.
It happened a bit too fast.
Bit too fast, eh?
A man on a mission. Gotta get it done fast.
You're a crazy critter, bro. I love it. So when leading up to these big fights, big competitions, what does your camp kind of look like? Doesn't have to be like day in, day out, like go abouts, but how does it match up to not in camp, or what are the differences?
Honestly, my last few camps have been pretty atrocious. From illnesses to injuries. Like the last camp, what happened? I snapped my iliotibial band and then got food poisoning and broke my rib. The one before that, I got shin splints. That was the one where I fought Eric.
Oh yeah,
My last amateur fight.
Yeah.
Shin splints like the week before the fight. Like they were so bad that my myotherapist was telling me, is like, if you check something, like it'll be a lot of damage, because all the hill sprints we were doing damaged my shins, so we had to cut back on those. The one before that, I don't really remember, but this camp's been pretty bad.
Oh really?
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
We started 8 weeks out and then went from getting sick to a few issues happened, and then I ended up getting arrested, and then got a staph that's lasted like, it's been like 3 weeks now. So,
Damn.
You're on antibiotics this whole time, so it's
Yeah,
been terrible.
your cardio would be thrashed.
Yeah, it's not nice.
So,
Not nice, yeah.
with all due respect, how the fuck are you winning all these fights? Like, how are you? Because you sounds horrible, and I respect every single person that fights jiu-jitsu, freaking even Wing Chun. I don't care what it is. Like, if you fight, you're a tough 1%er, but you make your fights look pretty. Let's call them comfortable.
Ooh, how do I win? I would say honestly, I don't train in camp. A camp doesn't mean like anything, to be honest. It just means you might switch up tactics a little bit, but I'm training year round. 365 days a year, my mentality is I'm training. You know, there's no 1 month break. Unless I get an injury and then you have to let it heal. You got to take some time off till it heals. But 365 days a year I'm training, so getting better every day. So by the time something happens in the camp, say we're 4 weeks out, I get injured or I get sick or something, my training from the whole year is already there. All that build up is already there. So I have a lot of there's a foundation to lay back on. But I'm on quite a few supplements now. Like my coach put me on glutamine, zinc tablets, all these other things, just to make sure that the illness is kind of like
Mitigated.
exactly. Stay a little bit, like, you know, they calm down a little bit. But injuries, just need to be careful. Need to be more careful because I train pretty reckless. I'm pretty reckless.
Not gonna lie, Tuesday, Thursday sparrings are kind of must-watch TV.
They're fights.
They're
actually
great.
fights. Yeah. You're not like I had last year. I had 1, 2, 3, 5 fights last year. On paper, 5 fights. I probably had 300 different fights, including the sparring wars.
Yeah,
They're fights. But I'm telling you, the sparring is like as hard as a fight, if not harder. That's like they're that hard. From sometimes just the single person sparrings, or you know, getting Shark Tank. They're trying to knock me out. You know, I'm obviously trying to do the same. So it's proper. It's proper.
it's nuts, man. I don't know how you do it. Like,
I love it. I love it because
Yeah.
if I'm not sparring like that,
yeah,
I'll put it this way: when I got injured, and my coach made me take time off, I just got up to all sorts of no good. I just got up to. I've done things like there was so much trouble caused in that time that wouldn't have been caused if I was training, if I was sparring and getting all the energy out.
yeah.
So it's better like that.
Good.
And, you know, it gets when you train like that, you don't have energy to do
Anything else?
besides training and thinking about training and thinking about the next day and what you're gonna eat and things like that. But when you're not training, you know,
You'll spend time.
Yeah, exactly. And because I'm so used to that adrenaline high of like sparring like that and training like that, it's hard to match it unless you're doing really illegal things.
Let's not say that.
You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
really like
Silly.
not good things.
Yeah,
Silly
being
things,
silly.
yeah.
You peanut. You peanut, bro. Now, with your sparring, there's light rounds and there's heavy rounds. First of all, you don't do light rounds, do you?
No. It's been a
It's been a long time since a light round.
Yeah, one day I just told Dion, I said, we'll just light sparring, and my mindset is either I'm just going at it,
Yeah.
or I'm not going at it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going at it, it's just garbage. It's just like I'm just covering up, you know, and it's garbage. It's terrible. It builds up bad habits. You know, because my body is used to flinching at things like big swings and things that you should be flinching at and moving away from. But in light sparring, people can throw things from different angles and, you know, can do silly stuff that it's never going to happen in a fight. That you're just wondering, why did I get hit with that? Why did I get in? And it's like, it's because we're going light. I'm not trying to hit you hard. You know, I'm not trying to hit you full power, full speed. So you feel comfortable enough to do that. So it builds up bad habits. I don't enjoy it. I feel like I get nothing out of it. And there's no rush in going light. So told down I don't want to do light sparring. And then, I haven't done it in a long time. I don't light spar at all.
So, what is the most amount of rounds you've ever done in a night of heavy sparring?
I know I've done 27 rounds, 2 minutes, so 54 minutes. But I've also done either 20 or 25 minutes or 3-minute rounds. So that would be
shit.
60
Yeah.
to 75 minutes.
Damn. You're a wild
60
cat.
to 75 minutes. One time I remember leading up to my fight with Abbas in June, Dion did a live stream and just put me on for 20 consecutive rounds. New partner every round, new partner, 20 rounds in a row.
I feel like I was here for one of those big days.
And he live streamed the whole thing for the whole world to see. 20 rounds, new partner every round, consecutive, no breaks, not a single break. The only break was between rounds, you get 30 seconds. Not a minute, not 45, 30 seconds. Every round you get a 30-second break at the end of it for the beginning of the next round. I was getting a new partner. So the most consecutive rounds I've done is 20. The most in a session is, I think I sparred, this is heavy sparring, by the way, I don't light spar. Between 60 to 75 minutes of just straight heavy sparring.
Yeah.
I remember nobody else went in the ring one day, and it was just me for the whole time. Just the whole time. It was
I love
crazy
it.
session.
It was such a loaded question because I've watched you heavy spar and I'm just like, God damn, like,
That's
not
good.
to give away what happens at XFC and why everyone's better, but damn. Jesus. All right.
There's a good formula behind it.
Yeah,
He
look.
coaches, he's a smart
Clearly it works,
guy.
man.
He's a very smart guy, yeah.
He might know something.
He's a genius. Like sometimes you start speaking and I'm like, oh shit, bro, I'm scared of this guy. Say some things, I'm like, I don't even know the meaning of that. Jesus. He's a smart guy. He has got this, he knows what he's doing. The formula he has is just better than everybody else's.
I love
I
it.
can say that pretty comfortably because we always end up proving it. So yeah, that's about it.
I love it. Now, outside of the gym, how do you like, especially when you're in these absolute sparring wars and everything, how do you like to decompress and relax and get ready for training the next day?
So my schedule is pretty straightforward. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm training the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other days, I train 7 days. So the other 5 days of the week, I train really hard, go home, maybe eat, rest up a little bit, go to work. By the time work finishes, it's dinner time. Finish dinner, maybe if I have some time to spend with the family, maybe the missus or something, go watch a movie, just relax a little bit. That's about it.
Easy.
Yeah,
That's
so
simple.
just spend time with the family, the missus. Keep it like, just very chill.
Do you have like a nighttime routine?
Kind of changes from time to time. Whatever I'm more comfortable with in a certain time.
Changes
So,
like when you're in and out of camp and stuff?
In and out of camp, maybe every 3 months. Whatever I get accustomed to. Maybe it's like finish dinner, I want a game. Finish dinner, I want to watch a movie. Finish dinner, I just want to relax. Get a massage, just use the gun, maybe just roll myself out or something. Just changes, see however my body feels. It's just relaxing, just kick back. Don't really go out. Yeah, almost never go out. So yeah, it's pretty chill. There's nothing really special to it. It's just relax. Maybe if I got time, I'll go to the pools. Maybe hit up the sauna. Maybe do some recovery. I got my physio as well, Simon. So he will look after me once or twice a week. I'll see him, and then I got my stretching guy Phil. See him most of the time once a week, and then he'll just stretch me out, shoulders, arms, legs, back, to make sure my body's good. That's about it. That's what I do for recovery. That's what I do in the meantime.
Love it. Now, I feel like your answer is going to be very similar to Erin's, but how do you handle the nerves leading up to, where literally going from, it can be a week out to a day out to literally about to make that walk? How do you go about handling your nerves?
Be honest with you, there's not really any nerve.
Same.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. The preparation's good. It's never been bad. The only reason why you'd be nervous is if you have really shit preparation. Maybe like when you a month out, you're thinking about the guy, like, and you're laying in bed or whatever, it's in your mind that, oh, this is going to be a tough one, Your heart rate goes up a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's nerves. It's just you're thinking about it. The closer I get to the fight, the more confident I feel. So at this stage, I'm just relaxing.
People tend, sorry to cut you off, people tend to conflate nerves with excitement. Like before you go out, is there any form of excitement whatsoever? Any sort of feeling of like a little bit of adrenaline before the fight at all?
Just calm, always relaxed, always. Yeah, I will just go in there. Fight night, I just walk in. Honestly, there's no nerves at all. Just go to the back. If anything, I'm super relaxed. Just wrap up. I tape my legs up. I like to get comfortable. Look at myself in the mirror, make sure everything looks fine. See if I'm forgetting anything.
Any music, any routine or anything like that?
Not really. There's no routine. Something, whatever I feel like on the night. Like, maybe I'll listen to some Islamic music, nasheeds or something. But I feel like when you make yourself a routine, it's really bad. Like before a fight, if you make yourself a routine, in my head, that's really bad. I'll tell you why I think like that is because imagine something happens and it stops you from doing that routine. Now what? Are you going to lose the fight because you didn't get to do your routine?
Interesting.
So just go in, whatever I'm feeling like. If I get there like 30 minutes before, an hour before, 2 hours before. I like to stay away from everyone. Just, just calm, like keep myself just relaxed, somewhere quiet. And go over the game plan maybe once or twice just to remember exactly how I'm gonna do it, which is normally just go in there, do my job, that's it. So yeah, pretty comfortable. Just go in there, have fun. Punch on. Been in a lot of punch on, so it's pretty just ordinary at this point.
Just the norm.
Yeah, just the norm. This time I'm just wearing gloves. Yeah.
Now, do you find any difference in your performance based on the crowd, whether they're cheering for you, whether they're cheering for the other guy? Do you even recognize they're there? But
I've never ever heard the crowd for an opponent.
oh, that's cold.
I've never, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last fight, the opponent's crowd was going crazy, and I didn't realize it till I rewatched the fight, and I'm like, holy shit, I did not hear this. But honestly, when I see my guys, like, because when I walk into the ring, I make sure I know where everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
I can just hear them. Bro, I hear my mates, I hear everybody just screaming. Well, it makes you happy.
Yeah.
It makes you happy. It makes you want to die in there. It makes you like, oh, I'm willing to die now. So if I die in front of everybody like this, I'm happy. It's all good.
Crazy.
So it's a good feeling,
So have you fought with your crowd, like with a much smaller group, and has that ever affected your performance?
I've fought with a much smaller group
As in like your personal group?
2 times.
Yep.
My first ever fight, we just kept it very just relaxed. Me, my coach, Vince, TJ, my other coach, Nick. We all just went, and Aaron, we all just went down to Traralgon, had a relaxing day. That was it. Like, no, one of my very close mates, Eddie, came, and another one of my mates in the army now, Lucas, came, and that was it. We just drove down together. It was just us. Went in there, second round knockout, left.
Yeah.
Pretty chill. So I perform like nice both times, but when you're in a war, that's when you need your crowd. You need them. If you don't have a nice crowd, or your family, your friends, people that are there to support you, I feel like that's when you get messed up. If you don't have a crowd, then you don't have people pushing you on, unless you got a huge ego and you're doing it all for you, and it's all just for you. I guess you can get away with it, but for me, when I see everybody out there, like I said, you're willing to die now. It's like it's all good. Like everybody's here. Like I can't disappoint them, so I better go out on my shield if I want to go out. So the crowd does that.
Amazing.
It's a big deal.
That's crazy. I can't say for any jiu-jitsu thing, I'm like, because Sammy's in my corner, I'm willing to die. Even though I've got another match in 10 minutes, I'm willing to. That is a wild mindset. I love it though.
You didn't feel like that at the pavilion?
Ooh, at Fusion. Nah.
No?
I was
Could you hear the crowd?
I was numb.
Yeah.
Numb. It was weird. In between.
I just remember my first fight. When I just walked in, I was like, wow, I need more of this.
Yeah,
I
true.
need more of this.
That's sick.
And there was nobody there for me. That was the funny part.
Yeah.
It was just a random people, Traralgon, first fight. We didn't tell anybody about the fight. Like, we kept it undercover. And I remember walking into the ring, just looking at everybody thinking, wow, everyone's just watching me. I need more of this. This is crazy. This is insane. Like, I love this. I really
cool,
love
man.
this. Like, this is the cage fight. That's when like my second fight, my first ever
Oh, was
kickboxing
that
fight, my
when you
second
versed
fight.
the
Yeah, the Turkish guy.
yeah, the little, it was a bit
Yeah,
shorter than you.
yeah. That one I sold a lot of tickets.
Dude.
A lot of my friends and family came.
And you landed 200 punches per minute. But
That was third round knockout. That was a nice one. Man, that one was like, I remember the crowd.
yeah.
Bro, end of the second round, I was just looking at my friends and my family all just screaming. I went there, I started screaming too. Nick had to grab me,
Yeah.
put me back in the corner. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm enjoying myself too
I
much. Just
remember
let
that,
me
but
punch
you
on.
were meant
Yeah.
to be listening to your call and you're like, I love you guys. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I was having a
table
good time.
That was when Aaron versus Cage.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
I was saying a lot of crazy stuff. I was like, let's go. But I was like, I dropped the guy a couple times. I'm just going over to the crowd. I'm like, how was that? And then
Yeah.
it was mad. I liked that one a lot.
That was fun.
That was like the first ever big crowd that was for me. And I was like, I need more of that.
Yeah.
That's like a drug.
That's
That's like
crazy.
a very addictive drug, yeah.
That is crazy. When you're in the ring, so you've done the walk, you've done everything, and you are literally standing in the ring, they're announcing your name and everything. What's going through your head right there and then, right before that bell rings?
The last two fights, just locked on the opponent. I made sure they're looking at me. If they're not looking, if they're looking away or whatever, locked on. Just like a target pretty much locked on. I see what I'm about to punch on with, and I'm just exactly calculating how I'm gonna go like run at you, and what I'm gonna hit you with first. That's about it. And then if I'm in the corner, I'm just making sure my feet, because there's a problem with the ring I've had a few times where it's been too slippery. Got to quickly make sure my feet are like
Locked and gripped in.
into the floor. If not, quickly like get some water, wet my feet real quick, and then wipe it so it's nice and grippy. If Dion has something to say before the fight starts, which he normally doesn't, he's normally said everything, and everything's pretty sweet because you can't adjust the game plan.
Yeah, what are you going
30
to change
seconds
right
before the
there and
fight.
then?
It's just locked in on the opponent, just ready to go.
Bro, when you're telling these, I feel like I'm envisioning like a movie scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
it's great.
It's getting me pumped up for May
Nice,
10.
bro.
It's like
really good.
actual Creed. It's not like
No,
Creed the
no,
movie. It's like, this is the Creed we need, bro.
The Creed we need.
The Creed
I just wish we had
Yeah.
footage of the last two fights where they were announcing my name and whatever. You will see what I'm doing. Just locked in on the guy.
Is it kind of like, obviously, like in your own way, but is it Pereira-esque where you're just like kind of standing still and just watching the person like walk back and forth-esque?
I
Or
would say so, but I don't really have him in my head when I'm doing it. When you rewatch
Obviously,
it, maybe it looks like that.
yeah,
It might look like that. I'm not too sure.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm just locked in, just looking, just exactly remember what I'm doing, and then when my name exactly gets announced, I'll walk to the middle, maybe pound my chest a few times if I want to. If not, just walk to the middle, make sure everybody can see me in the middle, and then just know it's me, and then walk back, making sure I'm holding eye contact. That's about it.
love it.
Pretty nice.
Now, this is actually becoming my favorite question really quick. If you could have a dream fight, past, present, or future, as in like when you're at a certain level, any weight class, weight doesn't have to matter. Who do you wish you shared the ring with? And it doesn't have to be one. But at the end of your career, who do you wish you shared the ring with?
Does it have to be a fighter? Can it be a political
it
figure?
can be whoever you want. Who are you glad that you were in the ring with? When you look back at your 50-0 record, 48 knockouts, all these world titles, the one name on that list that makes you happy
Mine's
that you
Luke.
got to do it.
Mine's
Yours is
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Even Bilal was like, yeah, I like that one.
We can tee that one up. And get that one done.
There's two right here,
Yeah.
guys.
If we go political figures, I know exactly who I want to think, but we'll kick that. Forget about that one. In terms of actually like fighting a specific person, Honestly, whoever's the best in the world.
Okay.
Like before I get my world title, inshallah, it's like whoever's the best at the time. Hopefully they're like properly like got some good stocks. That's whoever that is, because it changes over time. Right now it's Kaneko and Taito Gunji. If it's still them, hopefully both. I'll
Get
be
them
able
both on the list.
get them both on the list. That'll make me feel very happy. But any weight class, anybody. Nobody's on my mind.
So realistically, you just want to retire with everyone knowing that you beat the number one in the world in their prime.
The number one in their prime.
And then obviously
And
you
that
took
I
that
was,
place.
I was that person, yeah. At one stage in time, like however long it was, I was the best in the world. I can say I was number one in the world, and I was the best in that weight class, whatever, in that sport. I was number one in the entire planet. That's what I want to be able to say.
That's nuts. I don't know. It's not far fetched. Not maybe the.
I believe it will happen. I believe it will happen.
No, it's not far fetched. Now, what do you think the biggest misconception people have, either with the fight game or with being a fighter? And let's talk from a position of a casual. What do they not understand about the fight game?
It would have to be sparring. It would have to be sparring. Everyone thinks, heavy sparring, CT, this, that, you're sparring too hard. Mate, what would you know about sparring too hard? I would say that's the biggest misconception. You even got guys like Joe Rogan, who's trained before and even fought before, saying you shouldn't be sparring hard. Okay, I got a question for you now. How are you going to get ready for a fight if you sparred maybe hard once that whole camp? And honestly, on that topic, if the less consistent you spar hard, the more likely you are to get hurt while hard sparring, because you're not used to it. Your body is not used to that kind of intensity, that kind of power, that kind of speed, and that kind of fear that you have that your life is on the line. The more often you do something like that, the more comfortable you get, the more your body adjusts to it, the more your mind adjusts to it, the better you get at it. So I would say, like, sparring is the biggest misconception. They think, heavy sparring is bad. But honestly, it's the best thing you can do. It's the number one thing for fighting.
Amazing.
So that's the biggest misconception.
We have a really good theme going on our podcast that we talk about so many people in such bad manner that they will never be on the pod, and I'm glad you've added Joe Rogan to that list. I really apologize
to Joe
Don't be
Rogan.
silly, bro. Trust me, we're not getting a single UFC guy unless we're prior friends to him from now on.
We talk about the Aussies.
You might.
Yeah, actually, you pick against all of them.
Yeah, I love it. I'm all for it. Now, of someone coming up in the ranks, or someone who literally is on their day one, or even someone who's just thought about wanting to be in this sport, what is your advice for them?
Even if you don't have intentions to compete, or you don't want to do it for your whole life, you don't want to make it your whole life, you should train. You need to know, as a male, specifically as a male, you need to know how to defend yourself, how to defend your family, and you need to be humbled, because everybody thinks, not everybody, a lot of men think that when I get angry, I'm gonna kill everybody. But
Bro, when I see red.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people think like that, but you got to understand that's not how it works. Like, it's not exactly how it works, and you need to be humbled, and you gotta learn how to be able to control yourself and how to be able to protect yourself and what's yours, pretty much. So I'll say definitely get into it. Definitely learn how to fight. Train for the discipline. If you want to fight, know what you're getting yourself into. It's a beautiful sport, but there's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. You can't say I'm gonna become a doctor and I'm gonna become a fighter at the same time and expect to be the best in the world at both. You definitely gotta dedicate yourself to fighting. If you want to become the best, or you want to go all in on it, you got to dedicate yourself just to that. You just got to go hard on that. I'm not saying it's not possible to do both. You definitely can, but if you want to be the best version of yourself as a fighter, you got to dedicate yourself completely to that. So yeah, I'll say know the consequences before you're getting into it. But for training purposes, everybody should know how to fight. Everybody should train. And yeah.
Man, you're gonna ruin a lot of YouTube videos on like street fights that are terrible, man. But you are correct, 100%. Now, May 10th, you have a really big fight coming up. What do we need to know about the fight? Why no one should miss it? And what should we know about your opponent as well?
Australian title fight. So whoever wins is basically the Australian champion. So the best in Australia, pretty much. K1 rules.
But is this your pro debut?
Pro debut. That's it.
Can you name anyone else that's fought for the Australia?
First person to ever do it. I'll say 2 reasons why. The opponent definitely deserves it, and 2, I made a pretty big name for myself in amateurs, and also the promoter who's seen me fight, seen me train, definitely believes that I'm already one of the best in Australia. So he's like, wouldn't give this opportunity to anybody else, but I believe in you. So let's see what you can do.
That's nuts. So you're 0-0. Do you know your opponent's record, or how many fights they've roughly had pro?
17. Yeah. I'm guessing the record is 14-3.
Yeah.
Did you dangerous.
Did you have his record?
Dangerous opponent. Beautiful style. Like good, very sharp kicks, sharp hands, good power. He's been fighting for longer than I've been training. Fighting for longer than I've been training, and so about 7 years been fighting. Bit of a prodigy himself. He's very good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a big challenge, but it'll be exciting. Definitely. Our styles, the way it will clash, it will be fireworks, regardless. Like it will be like center of the ring, fireworks. That's what I believe, and hopefully I'll make that true. So,
Hell yeah! I can't wait.
That's my fight style. I don't think I've ever been in a boring fight before.
Even if the other guy wasn't doing much. Not that I think no one's ever not tried to.
But it hasn't been boring.
Hell no. They've been.
I don't think 10 fights. I don't think I've been in a single boring fight yet. And
No.
I'm not. Yeah, like I said, when I'm in there, when you see the crowd, I'm willing to die. If you're somebody who's willing to die, it's never going to be boring.
No.
The only time it's going to be boring is like if you're more conservative. You're like, thinking about the next day. I'm not even thinking about 10 minutes after the fight. Thinking about this is life or death. So yeah, that's how it is for me.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, guys, that has been an interview with Bilal. Thank you so much for coming, brother. It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, May 10, Powerplay 49.
Yes, sir.
Witness the first ever pro debut for the Australian title. Like, first ever. Yes, that's it. Record breaking. He's promised you fight. Do you have a prediction?
Listen, the way it goes for me is I'm always looking for a knockout. Always. I'm not going to sit here and give a bold prediction.
Of course.
I'm going to tell you I'm coming for a knockout. And the way I'm training should happen.
I love it.
Should happen, yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you all very much. Do not miss out May 10, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.